We're going to go through some Instagram profile audits. So everything from the bio to the content itself to the profile picture, all the things. We're going to get deep into that so that you can make sure that your social media marketing strategy is on point and ready to attract your ideal clients. So here we are with David. So we're going to start here. We've got, we just did a live Zoom coaching session about this. So we went through about 4 or 5 profiles there to those who showed up live. Now we're doing part 2 of this video here. Okay, Dave, here we go. So the pursuit of a positive, fulfilling, and successful life, question mark, 20 years plus coaching, love the journey. Change your life now. Start your journey today. DM me. It's a lot. It's a lot, to be honest. Like, I think this could be much punchier with like a one-liner that's like, I help this kind of person with this problem achieve this result without this thing that they hate the most in this amount of time. So we need to make this a lot more punchy. I love the 20 years plus coaching. That's really good authority and social proof. And it's also an increased perceived likeliness that I will achieve that result too because of your experience. So I think that's great. I also think change your life now and start your journey today are so similar. Like both of those, just combine that into one. And then you put DM me. Maybe it's like DM me the word start and put that like in quotes. Do something like that. And then below, it looks like you have a Facebook profile and one other link and your LinkedIn. Okay. I think that's fine for now if you don't have a website or link in bio or anything like that that you want to direct people to. That's not a problem there. I think your profile picture is clean. You've got a smile, so that's nice. If we click here in your name, it's good. Personal coach. Okay, so I think for you really so far is just clean up your bio. What I would like to see in your story highlights is like who you help, how you help them, and what your client results are so far. Keep it really simple. Okay, now we go down here. Okay, dirty shirt challenge. Nice. Okay, the impact of your environment. I like how you have covers on here. Are you seeing the big picture or just the small view? Yeah, I like the covers on your content. Do hard things. Okay. 75 hard. Do you have a rock? You have pinned posts as well. I'd love to see your story pinned up here. Like something about your story or why you do this. Seeing that up here would be really cool. Okay. So there you go. I would start there. So highlights, bio, pin a story. Something that's more going to connect the person who's on the other side to you specifically. Okay. Now, Brandon, let's see yours. Your name, very simple. Coach here, if you're going to put something about what it is that you do there, it needs to be more searchable because that's how they're going to find you. Like, let's say that you were a men's empowerment coach. By putting men's empowerment coach, when people go to search that on Instagram, it would help them find you if it's right there. So I would either remove this or make it better. Okay, then your actual bio itself. Mindset/empowerment coach. Managing thoughts, changing habits, setting new standards, cultivating discipline, transforming lifestyles. Okay, I would provide you very similar feedback to Dave. I think this just needs to be a really punchy one-liner. That's like your elevator pitch for your business. Because right here, I see the modalities that you use to help someone, but I wouldn't hit your page as your ideal client and be like, oh my gosh, he helps me solve the very specific problem that I have. And what I was just talking about on the other call that we just did was, you know, if you think about somebody who has a $50,000 problem, that person knows exactly what problem they have and that they just want to cut a check and be done with this problem. Okay? So if this person hit your page and had a $50,000 problem, they want to see within 5 seconds that you can solve that specific problem for them. And right here, it's not. It's more broad. And so I remember with you specifically, Brandon, we were having troubles attracting the wrong audience to you. We were attracting not as good a quality leads that you wanted for your business that you were calling in for your high ticket coaching. And so by being more specific with the problem that you solve and how you help people, we're going to definitely rule out the people who this is not a good fit for. And we're going to embrace those who are. So own your new direction with your business and make that more clear in your bio. I think picture-wise, you could make your face up closer. Maybe like, I'm not saying professional, but like make it feel more on brand to you and more up close. Your shit says badass. Okay, that's fine. It's fun. It's fun. But like, I'd like to see your face up close. It just feels far away from me for some reason. Okay. A coach, identity, personal growth holds you back. Embrace challenges, I think. BD. Yeah, I just think these aren't very clear to me, your highlights. I would like to see them more clear. Like who I help, how I help them, results. My story. Mindset. I don't know, something like that. Make it more clear. Okay. And then on your page, okay, I think this is a really good takeaway too. So I know you have really valuable content on your feed because I've seen it. I've literally experienced your content and I think that it's great. But I don't know that by just looking at your page really quick. I have to click into your stuff to get the gist of what it is. Like I can't just like shop your Instagram and be blown away by value. It's almost like, okay, if you were to go on the streets of New York, okay, and you're going to that place and they have all those magazine racks because they're like trying to sell you hot dogs and magazines. You know those guys, right? So it's like you've got a bunch of magazine covers and each one of those magazine covers tells a story. We come over here, this is your storefront. It's very similar. Each item that's on your feed needs to tell a story. And so if that's you telling the story, then how can we hook them based on what's inside of that story so that they'll know that that story's for them? We need a headline. We need something that's going to entice them to click inside of that thing, right? So that's what I feel would be really helpful for you, is having something like that on your feed. Yep. And a good example of this is Rob Dial. So let me pull up Rob's account. So I really like the way that the team is doing content over here. So if we look at Rob's feed, look at this. Enjoy life before it's too late. Teach your kids this. Free access today. 6 signs of maturity. Like I'm looking at this, it's almost like I'm at a bookstore and these are the covers of all the possible books that I could choose. I'm gonna select a book based on what the thing is that I'm struggling with or what I want or what I'm looking forward to, right? And so it's very eye-catching. And so as soon as I get to Rob's page, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna follow this guy because I see automatically that there's so much value on this page because it's clear what the content is. Okay? And then you'll see right here, look at his bio. A lot of social proof and then a very clear action of what to do. He wants him to listen to the podcast. Okay? Try plugging those things in. Let's do a couple more here. See how many we can get through. Here. So Dara, empowering leaders and high achievers through insights on leadership, career growth, and burnout. Costs to foster sustainable growth. Okay, so I would just get more specific, like what exactly is sustainable growth? So like I think this stuff in the middle could probably be condensed. It's like empowering leaders and high achievers on leadership skills to help them do this thing without this thing that they don't want in this amount of time. Making that more specific. Cool. And I know your photography is on your page and so pretty, but I don't see any of you. I'm looking at your page and I don't see anything that would resonate with your ideal clients at all. Not your story, not value to them outside of gorgeous photos, don't get me wrong. And I think the two of us talked about you talking more to your ideal client in here, which you do. Leaders play a pivotal role. Okay, so look, your content in here is about this. So I would say if we're going to keep posting content in this way, Instagram might be a good secondary platform for you, not necessarily first, because these platforms choose specific ways that they like to receive, that they like to push content. So Instagram is reels. It's your story. It's showing your face. It's sharing carousels and quotes. It's funny because it used to be just pictures, right? Now it's going to push other types of content. So LinkedIn, though, pushes more story-based text like this. So maybe LinkedIn would be a better place for you to have something like this with a photo. So maybe for you, Dara, it's actually looking at, is this the right place for you to have as your primary profile. If this is the way that you want to do content, there could be a better profile out there for you. So just something to consider, or just start to show your face and share your story more. Okay, Lindsay, let's see. Holistic healing and mindset coach. Auditologist. I probably didn't pronounce that right. Plant medicine and energy healing. Help tune your body, mind, and spirit to optimal self. I like that. I like that. I'd see if you could maybe just put them on their own lines a little bit more. Like helping tune your body, mind, and spirit to optimal self. That could be first, and then the other stuff underneath that. And then just make sure you have a call to action. You have a lot of links here. I don't entirely like this, to be honest with you. Like these links, if you can add a name to them, make the names more simple. Facebook, podcast, website. Like add that, because I see this and I just want to exit out of it. I'm like, it's too much work. I don't know where I want to go. It's too confusing. So I would just make that more simple, or just put one link, even better. Okay. Your profile picture is great. Name, great. Blue check mark, even better. So all that's good. Anxiety relief, presence, life improvement, success, holistic healing, who I am, who I help, client results. I like that you have a pinned post. Yep, and it's telling what you do. I love that. Do you love your environment? Read below. Okay, so you and I both need to work on putting cover photos on our videos and making those like more like this. Like this is a reel, but this is a good cover photo. But if you leave yourself open, oh, that's not as great actually. 3 keys to happiness. This is a better one. Okay, so if we could just get more clear inside of your thing. I like this. Have you ever struggled with self-love? But your face is cut off. I only see, it's like, oh, my camera's not going to let me do it. But I only see this. It's like, I want to see you or your environment or just some type of not professional. When I say professional, I mean good quality photo. Okay? So I would just work on that from a content perspective. Start with that. Okay, Liam, I help burnt out employees. I like how specific you are. Navigate change with clarity and purpose. Okay, I would like to know what kind of change, like what are they going to get? Like what is the ultimate desire that your person has? And put that there. Okay? Let's uncover your potential and create a life that you love. Okay. I think you all just need to really embrace, like, this is who I help, this is how I help them, this is the method we use, this is what we do it without, and this is how long it takes. Like, just like own that. Like, if you are speaking to your ideal client, they need to know that you're for them. And they're going to know that in 5 seconds of hitting your page. I help burnt out employees navigate change with clarity and purpose. So like, what kind of change is it? It's not very specific. It's pretty good though. I like how you are specific with who you're helping. Okay, profile picture is good. It shows me like nature, exploring, all the things. I know you travel a lot, and that's part of your branding too. So I would almost like put something about that. If that's really how you want to help people, you should be more clear about that up here. Like, if it navigate change, what is it? Is it exiting their job? Is it quitting their job and moving to Bali? Like, what exactly is the thing? Because, like, honestly, if you low-key help people quit their job to move to Bali, literally just put that there. I help people quit their jobs and move to Bali. Like, how would your person tell you about the thing that they want? If they're like, God, you know what? Like, Liam, if I'm being honest with you, I just want to quit my job and move to Bali. I'm totally just coming up with this on my own, but like, if that's something that your person would say, like, put that thing there. That goes for all of you. So tune up your bio. Same thing I've been saying before with all the highlights. Work on that. And then I was stuck for years because I was scared. A bit of your story, okay. right path. You're definitely posting content that's going to relate to your ideal clients. So yeah, I would work on the bio, and I think more of that comes down to clarity of your niche. Okay, Caitlin, helping you realize your own strengths so you lead your most empowered life through my 4-step program. Okay, so when you say lead your most empowered life, like what will that get me? Health, wealth, relationship, like what bucket does this fall under that you help people with? And like go deeper with that thing. Get more specific on the end result that I will achieve. Because it's all great when you're like, I want to. Yep. Okay, profile picture, it's cute. Positively Kate, mindset coach, Caitlin Marie. Let's check your, okay, so you have your website. I would probably just put website, not like Caitlin Marie coaching website, just website. And then you could probably just remove your LinkedIn profile, honestly, because that's probably on your website. So I would just direct them to your website. Okay. I would upgrade some highlights and make them shorter. I can't see any of the writing on those, so just make it like 1 or 2 words max so that I can read it. I think it's a pretty feed. It's very pretty. Okay. Perfect out, authenticity in. You stop making excuses. Okay. I think your content is cute. I like that you're showing your face in some of this. I think it'd be helpful for you to share more of your story, especially with not as much content. I know it's a pretty new profile. So sharing more of you would definitely be great, like more reels. So it looks like just posting more consistently and more often. Cool. Okay, let's see. Thomas, one-to-one personal development, performance coach, helping you gain a growth and resilient mindset, build your dream business/career without burnout. Okay, so what are you helping people do? Helping them gain a growth and resilient mindset, or helping them build their dream business or career? Because you could technically in your program be helping someone with all of those things, but we need to market it to one of them. So are we marketing it to mindset, or are we marketing it to business? We can package it, that's some marketing, package it to one of those things, and then the inside of that thing can give them everything under the sun that you feel like is helpful on their journey. Sell them what they want, give them what they need. So you need to choose one and go all in on your messaging. Okay, great profile picture. It looks very professional, very high level. Like if I had 20K to spend on a coach real quick, I would already be like, yes, he's speaking my language. So I'm sure that this already will attract a very high quality type of lead and prospect, which is awesome. You're missing some highlights. Who you help, how you help them, case studies would be helpful, and then your story. Daily reminder. These almost look like tweets. Okay. I think seeing more of your face talking. This is a lot of tweets. More of you. Show us more of you. Like, I want to see this and be like, what value am I going to get from his profile? And I don't want to have to read all this to figure that out. I think your style is good. Like, keep doing this. It's clear you like doing that content, but also realize you're on Instagram and it's different than X and it's different than LinkedIn, right? Like, we've got to understand the profile and the platform's language. And right now, we're not leveraging Instagram for what it's made for right now, which is reels and carousels and standard posts. There's your homework. Helena, and then we've got 2 more after this. Okay, so for you, let's do it in reverse. Let's start at your content. More of your face. I want to see what value am I going to get right away. Like, look at the difference here. Now, I'm not by any way comparing you to anybody else. I want you to see the difference. Look at this, that this is not your profile for a sec. Just look at, do I think I'm going to get value from this profile? There might be. You could have great stuff inside of these videos, but from a first glance, I don't know that. So we've got to make it clear from the get-go, what's the value that I'm going to get here? So I don't see that. I think you've just got to tune up your content game a little bit. Profile picture, if you've got a professional photo that's on brand to you, I would swap that out and make it look more professional and on brand to you. Mindset coach, manifestation, trauma healing, it's too much. Yeah. I help this person who's struggling with this thing get this desired result in this much time without this thing they hate. That's it. So you might, it's the same exact thing we were just talking about, okay? You might do all these things. That's great. But choose one to choose as your specialty. Like, this is the thing that I ultimately help people do. And put your messaging around that. Okay? And then just adjust your highlights. Okay, and then, by the way, if you guys stick around, I have a primed profile checklist for you that I'm going to actually drop at the end of this video, so you'll be able to screenshot it and grab it there. Helping burned out professionals overcome anxiety and perfectionism to find peace. So they can, like, what's the end result of that? Like, I get it, they find peace, but like, do they get their wife back? Do they get a raise? Do they, like, what happens? Like, what's the ultimate thing? Like, sure, they want to find peace, but like, what do they think peace will give them? Okay, maybe just being a little more specific there. I think it's good. I think a call to action, like, follow me to learn how. Click this link below to learn how we do it. More close up on your face could be nice here. Okay. I think for you it'd be, if you're helping burnt out professionals, do you feel that this content would attract a professional? A burnt out professional? Content might need, yeah, I think when you create content, you've really got to have your ideal client in mind. If this is a burnt out professional, you've got to meet them where they're at. It should speak their language. It should be leveraging photos that they would be wanting to see, right? It's really got to speak to them. So if this is like, in professionals is so broad. It's like, is this a professional at like a Fortune 500 company? Is this a professional who's got a job at Starbucks? Like, that's a professional too, right? But they're totally different people. And so you've got to get really clear on who your ideal client is. Yeah. I will link a video to figuring out your ideal client, because I think that would be helpful, just getting a really well-rounded idea of who that person is. Okay. And then lastly, Kylie, if you can change this to your name, so it's not just Smiling23, let's do that. And then a picture of your face. Love the sunset, but your face is better. Education and motivation coach, empowering young people to live their best life. Okay, it can be more specific. I help young, like, athletes, young employees, young, and I don't even know if I'd put young, to be honest, because that's niching down to the demographic of the person versus the psychographic of where they're at and where they want to go and how you're going to help them. So that's really what we want. Where are they? Where do they want to go? How do we help them? Call to action. That's the bio. Add some highlights, who you help, how you help them, okay? And then I think content, we don't see your face anywhere. I think you're going for the faceless Instagram vibe, but you're branding yourself now. So we've got to show you, we've got to show your energy and like your expertise. And so that's going to happen when you start to show your face on your feed. So as promised, we've got one LinkedIn request. So we're going to go into that now. This is last, and then next I'm going to give you your prime profile checklist. So, okay, Lindsay, mindset coach, I can help you live the life you always dreamed of. Okay, sorry, Lindsay, I had not read this yet when I threw that under the bus earlier. That's just so like up in the clouds. You're going to attract everyone who's probably not willing to invest to solve their problem because you're not specific on the problem that you solve. Okay, so my business, when I first started coaching in the coaching space, I was helping moms grow their businesses online and start a side hustle, because that's what I had been doing since I was 15. So that's what I started with. But my messaging was more, hey, I'm going to help you build a business that sets you free. I'm going to help you build a side hustle. So what happened was I'd get people who wanted to start a coaching business side hustle, an Amazon FBA side hustle, an eBay business side hustle, and reselling side hustle. Just people would come to me from all over, and they didn't really know what they wanted. And so it was very hard for me to coach on that because it was just all over the place. I couldn't streamline it, couldn't turn it into a program that was fittable for more people. And it was just people who weren't really willing to invest because they didn't have a big enough problem to solve, and I wasn't seen as an expert in one specific thing, okay? Now what's happening when I'm like, I help coaches launch and scale paid community funnels, that changes everything. Now it's like somebody could be in a program learning to sell high ticket, but then they see my solution as a perfect fit for something they're missing and they're not doing that would help them grow their high ticket business, right? So now this higher level lead who's already established in their business, has a foundation and wants to scale up, sees me as a solution. So they could already be in other programs, but the other programs aren't teaching what I teach. Because I'm so specific, they come to me anyway because they know that what I'm teaching is different. Because I'm very specific, this is the problem, this is who it's for, this is the solution, and this is how much time we solve it in. That's what's going to attract you, the kind of lead that's like, hey, I've got 50 grand and this is my number one problem right now. Can you solve it? Yes. Wired the money. Versus a lead that's like, yeah, like, I'm sorry, I just don't have any money. Well, they do. They just don't see the value in it because they're just not clear what you do, right? So I would just honestly like delete all of this and just literally come up with one punchy sentence. You can go to ChatGPT, brainstorm your entire ideal client out with ChatGPT, and then like go back and forth, make sure it has ultimate clarity about who you serve, and have it come up with you a very punchy sentence using that framework. Okay? You're also in Scottsdale, like come on up to Sedona. We'll just do it live. We'll go to a cafe together. Like, let's go. Okay. I think your bio could be also more specific. Like, what do you do? Put that there. It's pretty, but like also make it more clear. Okay. I'm Lindsay. Okay, I think your about section could get deeper into your story. Why is it you do what you do? Hook me, and then relate to me. Have you ever struggled with that thing? Okay, this is now what I do to help you with that. Activity. It looks like you post, maybe up the amount of times you post just from your frequency. I would like to see more of your face. It's like sharing your expertise, having a conversation with me. Make me feel like I know you. I want to see you talking, sharing your energy. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Okay. Tons of experience. That's awesome. Education. You've got some recommendations, which is also great. You got some social proof. I would say that's your place to start. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Lastly, what I want to leave you with is this primed profile checklist. If you are vibing with this content, I have a free community that I would love to invite you into. This is literally a video where we were meant to go live on YouTube, but technical reasons it didn't work out today, so we're filming this in a different way. But I have an entire community that gets access to live Q&A calls every single month. They get a whole course portal with anything from mindset to personal development to systems that will set you free in your business to actually building and launching your lucrative paid community online. So all of that is inside, along with a really incredible community that's just freaking growing and thriving in their Unbound CEOs. So I'm going to put a link below this video to come and join us to Unbound CEOs Collective. I would love to see you inside. But here is your prime profile checklist. So just to break it down, clear profile pic to represent your brand. A bio that discusses and describes who you are and what you do. Story highlights to showcase your very best content. A pinned post to share your story or who or how you can help. Content themes that align with your expertise, and your profile accurately reflects your brand and identity. At the end of the day, this is your storefront. We've got to treat it like one, right? If somebody's passing by, you have 3 to 5 seconds to get them to walk through your doors, right? That's liking something, engaging, taking the time to actually watch a piece of content of yours and hit that follow button. And so having a primed profile means the difference between them passing you by or you getting another lead on your schedule, on your calendar, that's going to ascend into your back-end offerings, because they know that you are exactly the kind of person that they want to learn from. Because your profile makes it clear that you know what you're talking about and you can help them. So don't skip over this. Take this serious. I hope that this helped. Please, if you have any comments, drop them below, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.